Call to order the Planning Property Legislative Committee meeting on Wednesday, September 25th at 5:30 PM for the Village of Port Edwards. Roll call. We have a quorum. We have all members present. I'd like to take a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes from the August 28th, 2024 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the agenda and the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. So moved. Public comments on agenda items. Any discussion? Chairperson comments, I do not have any. Moving on to number 7 on the agenda, update on the 160 Market Avenue property.
So last month we brought to you guys a realtor contract signed for putting up that 160 property up for sale on Market Avenue. The real estate agent reached out to me yesterday, and he has 3 or 4 people that he feels will have a price to us by first week in October. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys know, and I'll keep you updated that there is a chance that on the next board meeting, which is October 9th, that we might have a closed session. Part of that meeting to go into close to look at the prices that negotiated prices for that property to accept one of them. So I'll keep you updated, but as of right now, expect a closed session on the board meeting to go in and look at the bids or whatever you want to call it, basically for the 160 Market Avenue. Offers for the 160 Market Avenue.
Okay. Thank you. Update on DMI property.
If you look in your packet, the last piece of paper, updated, obviously, myself and Dwayne and Vanderwall and DMI try to meet every Wednesday. Right now, we're scheduled to have a meeting tomorrow. Today's meeting was canceled. I've asked basically Scott from Vanderwall to put together us a sheet of paper. We basically voted on accepting the demo grant, and now we have these list of agreements that need to be taken care of by December 31st to accept that demo permit and sign. So these are just the items that are still left on there that need to be done. This is something that we can use when we have our DMI meetings to, check up what's getting done as it gets closer. I mean, we're only 3 months away here to make sure that they're on track of getting all the information. So again, this is just a checklist of whatever. I will get basically every week, every meeting for you guys, I'll be bringing back what is completed, what's not. So you guys know exactly where DMI is, what has been done, what needs to be done. So we come December 31st, we have a good understanding between village board, DMI, and everybody, what is done and what is not done. So this is, like I said, checklist benchmark set for them. And that's, like I said, our last conversation, there wasn't anything new, but this will bring up tomorrow. And if there's anything exciting, I can update you guys through email. If not, we'll update next month about the DMI process of the demo permit. Anybody have any questions on that?
Thank you. I do have one. Who is Jewel?
Jewel is the agency. They're basically another consultant that's doing the mapping for the property.
Are they?
They're not working for the village, they're working with DMI. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
They were doing all the maps. They're just like MSA and Quest. They're
Engineering firm.
yeah. So that's who DMI is hiring.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
So,
I have a question.
Eric, how about you want to go first?
Yeah, Ben, with DMI, are we going to get a project management plan with date lines and so forth that we can check on progress and know that it's on time, on target?
Obviously what you got today, you got the email sent today, right, with the attachment and your agenda packet? Yeah, these are the criteria that they need to finish. We're gonna start putting some dates on those during our meeting tomorrow. We'll ask about each line item and be able to come to you guys and say, they're working on this month, what the plan is. We just got this together here this week with, Vanderwall, so we're definitely going to be, coming back with you guys with dates and reports of a timeline to get the demo permit, basically signed first. That's the first step of this.
Okay, that's something short of a project management plan, but okay. Second, how much longer does our consultant have to meet every meeting and we have to pay them for that?
Well, right now, these Wednesday meetings that we're putting together, obviously, Vanderwall is the one that's basically worked to create on both sides of this, to create this demo permit and work on the village side. So our meetings are anywhere between, last one was only half an hour long. So, they're short meetings. If there's nothing to talk about, we end the meetings. Obviously the more information that comes, the more we can, get that back to you guys so we can stay on track with this project.
Yeah, here, my point is that the amount we spend on consultants, it seems pretty high, and without really keeping tabs on actual use and need, we're going to continue to invest a lot of our budget in that kind of stuff. So just FYI, it's something I'm really looking at.
I'd like to answer a few things. If you have that schedule in front of you, trustee,
I did look at it really quickly.
when you look at on these tasks, on the task side, when it comes to submitting PUD, the actual Vanderwall will be reviewing that process, making sure it meets our zoning code. So that's where they get involved. And then when you get the developers agreement, they'll be involved in that drafting, but the final document will be also reviewed by a village attorney. There's where we get the assistance from. In other words, Ben won't be doing the actual PUD. We were using Vanderwall as our consultant, planning consultant for this PUD. The third one down, sign the contract form, the demo, that is just to make sure that the check mark that Ben and I or the village rule knows that's occurring. Then the verification demo specifications, that's one that Vanderwall will be looking over as your consultant, making sure that they meet our requirements, our permitting process for the village. Then a proof of surety bond, that's pretty easy. Once you see it's in place, then the bidding procedure for that demo, that's something I have seen before, and I know Ben's seen them also with other contracts that he's worked in. Project schedule, that's why you're going through this public before that's where we set the project schedule of when the project schedule will be for how they're going to do the demo, the demolition process, which would occur in the spring. And that's why you need a schedule. It's reviewing the final written schedule with regard to timelines, demolition infrastructure. And that is where you actually see in the permit process how they're going to handle that. And that's something that we definitely want in place according to our ordinances. The next one down, provide proof of DNR. That's something that they have to have, and they have to in place for the, we call it a wall. And basically, if they don't have that permit, none of this, they can't do a certain portion of it. So that's a very key piece that we need to make sure that's in place. That's why Vanderwall is also always looking, I'll be honest, we need that consultant to make sure that they're looking at things, that some things that we are not have that much understanding on. And then provide proof of that permit for from FERC. So I just want to let you know, I know you guys are looking at the cost of consultants. In this case, this is from moving to get to the demo permit. It's very important to have this being reviewed and checked properly to meet our ordinances. So Ben and I will work very hard to see if we can do it our piece to keep the cost down, but that's why we have them on board. I need to explain that to you, so you understand.
I understand that. I just, what you shared and what I saw on that piece of paper, and then I'm not trying to be provocative, but my belief is there's a third of the stuff that we don't need them for, but we can talk about that later.
Thank you.
I think what Eric's trying to say is Vanderwall has been paid for this 3 times already. All this work has been done in the last 14 years. All these permits have been there. To have weekly meetings for work that's already been done, and we paid for weekly meetings, is a little bit of a heartburn issue. So if we're not doing anything until spring, They still have to have weekly meetings.
Basically, you gotta remember, December 31st, if they don't come up with this criteria, this is out the door.
It's out the door.
Thank you, Eric, for that clarity.
And I think we all agree. I mean, I don't think that's a disagreement. And I've been here through this too, whatever. I mean, this is probably the last chance to get a demo permit. And again, this has the, different thing, the proof of DNR permit. This also has a bond on. I mean, this has a lot of information that we didn't have on the first time that unfortunately we got burned, as we all know. And if we don't stay on, I mean, again, it's 3 months away and there's a lot of information yet for them to get. So I agree 100%. And again, these meetings are 30 minutes long, if that. They've already did the work, like Eric said. This is why I want them to put everything in place now, so that basically when DMI fulfills one of the needs, that we can check it off the list.
Okay, so I'm going to offer this unless somebody disapproves. I'd like to take a deeper look at that list myself and offer some suggestions about how to use Vanderwall correctly, but also reduce the need for everything that we do have them involved. So I'd just like to submit that for discussion or consideration.
Yes, go ahead, Eric. We need to have Vanderwall be value added, because it sounds like some of the work, from my understanding, sounds like some of the work, they're going to be reviewing the documents that were submitted. And they need to be the expert, the person that reviews that from an expertise standpoint. But if the value is not being there at a meeting, then we should evaluate that.
Yeah, thank you. I know you're advocating for them. I hear that, and I'm not saying we shouldn't use them. I'm just looking for ways to streamline it and be more effective and efficient going forward. So I'll just submit that and we can throw it away or do something with it. Thank you.
Dwayne?
Eric Sealer brought up a good point, and then I know of this because there has been documents submitted and documents in place. Matter of fact, even Ray went through some of those. We're using those documents and making sure that it's changing some dates portion. So we're not reinventing the wheel. That's it. I know what you're talking about, because there's been a lot of documents been done in place already for this demo permit. And now we're making sure that the update, biggest thing we're looking for is that bond protecting the village portion of it. So it doesn't look like you're redoing anything over. I wanted to explain that to you.
I think
I know what you're talking about.
Vanderwall, from my understanding, Vanderwall came up with these things that need to be accomplished for the demolition permit to be approved. We need to utilize them as subject matter experts to make sure that they're completing what things that they said they'd get done. So, and we just need to be.
Well, if Eric Hubble has comments.
Yes, I look forward to seeing that.
That's fine.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Anything else, Ben, on DMI?
No, again, when Eric, you get up to it, definitely stop down and, we can round table this down here and we can bring it back to the committee next month, for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Anything else on that? Okay, any old business?
Not from the administration.
Any new business? I do not have any. Eric, any new business?
Okay.
Yes.
We're good.
Any correspondence? I do not have any.
We don't either. This is the main thing.
Seeing none. Future agenda items, the DMI update. And then discussion on input from Eric Hummel.
This will be a November meeting.
Yep.
Close to knowing what the county does in their budget.
Okay. Anything else for future agenda items? Eric or Eric?
Nope.
Okay. Next meeting date, we're looking at October 23rd at 5:30. Are you okay with that, Eric Hummel?
Yeah, I think there's a Parks and Rec meeting. At what time did we say?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, Eric.
Yeah, that works.
So they say
Okay.
4:30?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, then 10:23 at 5:30. If nothing else, then I will move to adjourn the meeting at 5:46.
It was the quickest meeting.
Okay, good night, Eric.
Good night.
Good night, Eric.
Guys.